Heading to a flex property. This is a property 20 minutes outside of Austin, one of the fastest growing communities in Texas. This is something I'd normally just kind of reserve for the class, but what I'm going to do is put this on the YouTube community too. I've got hundreds of students now. Many have become multimillionaires. And this is the kind of stuff that kind of fast tracks you and gets you there and getting you familiar with, converting your residential portfolio over to commercial. It's nice to have somebody that's been doing it for decades like me, these new folks that are just now building your portfolios. And this is what the benefit of what my students get. And so you're going to get a little taste of that. And where we're going right now is I just signed a lease that's worth about $1 million, a little over $1 million actually, over the next 3 years. This is a big company, very, very big company. What we're going to do is we're going to just kind of reconfirm some of the things that have happened. We're going to move a couple of walls around and just kind of do some, make a little more room for them, make a little room. They're expanding their operation. So let's go on in. So basically we're taking a fast growing company and we're going to expand the facility a little bit. That's actually a temporary wall that's there now. We're going to take that wall out, take the next wall out, and we're going to open it up so they have about 3 times the space or 4 times the space that you see right here, at least 4. So I'm going to walk through and talk to them about it, and we're going to make some more room and make some more money. All right, so this is the vacated space. Now this is a very long-term tenant that I had in here. They were actually affected by the tariffs a little bit. It's kind of what the tariffs took. Gas and oil is giving back to me because I have a gas and oil tenant that's expanding, and then I have this one that's leaving because of their big customers in Europe. Told me I could have everything in the place, and I told them, I said, just leave whatever you don't want. I'll take care of it. I'm actually, this tenant's been with me 12, 15 years. They also rented a house from me as well. They're moving out of the house at the end of the month. They're actually leaving all the furniture and everything else, and I got plans for the house, and that's going to work out swell for them. It's funny, this is just a little lathe, which you guys know, if you know me anytime, you know I've had machine shops and cabinet shops and all kinds of stuff. So these little tools here, these are tiny compared to the things I'm used to owning. But this would be a nice little hobby stuff. I'll take this home and I'll use that, and I'll use it in my own garage, teach my grandson how to do a few things. Look at all the tools on here. See all this stuff. I got more tools than I'll ever know what to do with, to be quite honest. We've got some nice work tables in here. And what I'm going to do is my tenants that are coming in are primarily going to be utilizing the space for warehouse. All I'm going to be doing is making these rooms more open, so it's more one big open corridor, which is not a problem because I've added most of these walls temporary at different times over the last 20 years that I've owned this building. And you treat your your tenants like customers, and you'll have them forever. And this tenant here is really, really, like I've been with 12 years. Not only rented this space, rented a house from me. Paid me millions of dollars in rents. Even with their leaving, they've got a new Honda car with low miles, and they said, look, we'll just give you the car, and and we're just kind of trading off a little bit. And that's probably, I'll give that car to my daughter. So we've got some stuff over here. You see here, there's a bunch of this stuff. And so what I'll end up doing is I'll pass this on to my new tenants if they want it. Otherwise, we'll break it down. It'll go in the warehouse where I have just shitloads of this kind of stuff. And it comes in handy. This stuff, if you don't use it, it's just a pain. But if you break it down and you put it away, it'll serve its purpose. Or I can wheel this stuff out and give it away in a heartbeat. And when we make out a wall like this, we have to retie the ceilings together. And so we'll be doing that. All these offices, those stay intact here. We're just going to open up this into this one here. Oh. That's my new Honda car too, by the way. But let's get out of here. Anyways, so I will walk it through with the tenants that are expanding into this. They should be walking into the hallway. We'll meet them next, and I'll reconfirm a few things with them. Anybody in the hallway yet? No? So we'll walk it through. These are existing tenants, been here a long time and expanding, taking more space. So we're just going to walk through and reconfirm what we're going to be doing. So this wall will take out 90% of it, right? And then these are already temporary. You can see up here how they fall short of the ceiling.
Yeah, I see.
These will come out easy. So we'll take these, the doors will go back in inventory.
Wing walls, just like
No, won't even need them. We can take this wall out completely.
Wall comes out.
Yeah,
Okay.
this one will come out complete. And then
This was here before?
I won't say what they did, but I can't remember exactly. Yeah, I don't want to say, but okay. Yeah. Okay. But they tested, they actually made radiation detectors. That's what all these bricks, these are doubled up. And they would test certain devices, make sure there was no radiation leaks, and there never was. So this stuff is going out to my lake house next for a patio. Yeah, we had 1,000 square feet of this stuff, over 1,000, which is, my patio is about 1,200, so we'll just add a little. And by the way, if you guys need, I got some, I can make you a good deal on them. maybe I can sell them to you guys. Because I got a bunch just like this.
That wall?
Yeah.
That's a temporary wall too, right?
It's less temporary than the others. I think we'll be okay. See what I'm looking for here, just so you guys know, if you guys in class. There's no firewall, exactly. So this was opened up to the neighboring unit before. So we can take this wall out complete. We'll tie the ceilings together. If this had been a separated one, son, come on in. This sheetrock would go all the way through, and it would be considered a firewall from one unit to the next. Also important so people can't hop through and steal from each other.
Oh.
Confirm these are taken out. That wall will be taken out.
Like this, that's ours too, right? That's your storage.
That's yours already.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, we have a photographer between us, right? On the other side of that. Yeah. So we're also displacing another tenant in order to move them in. You want this one out too? This one you already rented. I don't have to do this one. We'll work on it.
Is it temp or is it a?
No, I'm saying you already have this one. This is already yours.
Oh, I got you.
Okay. That wasn't on the menu.
Just add it to the deal. Man.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe buy some shelves.
Right.
We'll work it out.
This tenant here, and then there was a back one.
He'll
So
be.
that's the photographer. Right?
He's coming out. Yeah, and so basically, it's pretty much what you got here, you have there. And that'll be, we're going to open up both those walls, so it's just straight through, more room, more room, more room.
And that's a temporary wall too?
Yeah, they're all temporary, either way, you know. We're going to knock them out. There might be a wing, be the only difference. We can go on into the next one. This is the space we just looked at. You can poke in here just for us. Yeah, so this one's emptying out over here. Again, this is where we started earlier. Yeah, and I got some other workbenches. Yeah, they're still here, but they're 99% out. They've given me all this stuff. We're trading off some stuff, but if you see anything you like, let me know. Shoot, I think those are already mine. But we'll be taking things out all the way to here. And then you've got those 3 offices stay. You're leaving these 3. The very back, we're going to pull out a wall so you have access to the roll-up door. We can go back and look at that. Hi, good morning. This is a temp wall. This will come out. And you guys can see, here's a roll-up door. So that'll reveal the roll-up door. And then we'll tie in the ceiling. So we got a central AC system right here in the middle. So that's it. This will knock out pretty quick. So we'll have this ready by the end of the month.
Plan on starting the move-in shelf rack arrangement or whatever.
Absolutely. Yeah, my plan is get you in earlier. Things go the way they're supposed to, weather permitting and everything else. They're taking all those pavers out of there so that they can start deconstructing, pulling the doors out and jams. And otherwise, there's a couple doors that go to that little common area. We'll just lock them, put a deadbolt on them. It was getting pretty formal with the big company. If you need some roll-around shelves, that sort of thing, let me know. Cool. All right, man. Well, yeah, we'll get you in early for sure. And like I say, the first thing, in the next week, I'm getting him moved over, the photographer. And as soon as he comes in, you can have those 2 rooms just like that.
Because basically, we want the blank canvas to put in and figure out where we're going to put our shelves. So
what are you
we don't
purchasing?
have the racks.
Oh, really?
Um,
How big a racks do you need, shelf-wise? I have 20,000 square foot in another building. Yeah, I have that kind of stuff, like tons of it. I'll sell it to you. I mean, I'd like to sell it because I want to get rid of it. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't call it pallet racking. Yeah, but it handles. Yeah. Let's talk about that.
like we have space over here or no?
No, this
So
is your space
Our
is.
space goes right here, right?
Yeah, I was just gonna lock this door. If you have a door here, you'll have an exit.
Okay, right.
You'll have access to this
So we'd
area.
have to badge this one.
Yeah.
If that was the case.
Yeah, maybe badge this one. Because I think this AC ties into this. That's why I kind of need this. We got a central unit here. But that way you guys can have access if you need this.
We're going to open this into our shop?
Like we don't
No,
have doorways to walk the house through, right?
This is what we talked about opening up.
Okay.
This room.
Our shop's on there?
Yeah, that's what I understood.
Over here, right?
You got me.
What do you mean?
Well, this is our shop.
Maybe you know by this, that your shop is here.
Oh, so your desk is physically right here. Your
I
desk
think
is
it's on
right
the
here.
other side. Yeah, well, no.
Because your desk is after the bathrooms, right?
We're back following day, and we've got the sheetrock up, and they're getting their first coat. tape and float on. I don't know if we're using any hot mud or quick dry mud. We might be because we're trying to get this thing knocked out quickly. We're going to change out these lights on the ceiling. This little property I've got about 25 minutes outside of Austin. All these lights are going to be changed out with LEDs. LED lights, if you don't know, you can take an old light like this, and what you do is you pull out the ballast, that little ballast you see, just pull that out, wire it straight 110, then you replace these fluorescent bulbs with these flexible plastic tubes that have LEDs running through them. They're about twice as bright and they last about 3 times longer. I've done entire warehouses with these things and they've worked out beautifully. This is just a 2 bulb. Sometimes I have a 4 bulb. Either works good. In fact, a lot of people don't know this, but it's actually cheaper to just go buy. You can buy these brand new in 4 bulb and 2 bulb and then buy the whole brand new fixture and then just pull out the ballast, throw it away, and put in the LED light bulbs. And it's cheaper than buying pre-made that already has 3 LED lights in it. Those cost more than it costs to just retrofit a brand new one. So keep that in mind, and you can get a 4 bulber and it'll be extra, extra bright. When you're way up, and their ceilings are up high, it can be more important. See, we've been just knocking out some little simple, adding a few walls, temporary walls. And when I say temporary, they're not structural. You can see, and then electrician will come back in here and shift these lights around and put in brand new ones. And that'll end up being how it finishes out. We got a little issue, a little conduit in the way. We'll pipe that, reroute that, and we'll just get this knocked out. We'll pull a door from the junkyard. We'll get this thing done. This will be $1,800 a month, $1,800, $2,000 a month. This is actually moving one of my tenants from one space within this building to another. I'm probably going to spend $2,500 out of pocket to move this guy. But what it's allowing me to do, it's allowing to another tenant to expand and substantially increase the income on this particular property. I love commercial, I love industrial, flex space. If you want to learn about how to convert your portfolio, you know, I got many people in my mentorship. A lot of people come in that have actually fairly experienced real estate investors that have maybe primarily bought residential and they want to make the leap into commercial, industrial, and flex space. I'm your guy for that, believe me. I've got many students now that become multimillionaires. Just by converting their portfolio, they've made considerably amount more money. So you'll be in the right place. You'll know very quickly when you get in my mentorship. You know, people get into mentorships and they get in and they realize, oh shit, I made a mistake. And you get in mine, you're going to know as soon as you get in, what you find out inside, you're going to know you made the right decision. And you'll be very, very glad you did. And it'll change your life and make you very, very rich. I've got a couple more jobs to stop by, actually. It's been a bit of a busy week. I'm still 100% occupied. One little tiny space, 1,850 square feet, that I need to fill that void, and that's a very, very small piece of my portfolio. So it's almost 100% still. If you like this content I'm sharing with you, you know, this is my portfolio. None of this is staged. All this is real. It would help me a lot if you would hit the subscribe button, hit that like button, and maybe comment below. I'd appreciate it, and I'll keep the content coming.